what's up, y'all? It's Poppins Crack Against D. Boss reacts to this event is titled When Streamers Destroy False Accusations. Okay, let's see what they're being accused of in this video. Let's watch.
From Duke Dennis addressing his tragic past to avoid an inevitable cancellation.
For all y'all that's spreading the news, I'm gonna tell you how I ended up in this situation.
To iShowSpeed uncanceling himself after acknowledging his mistakes.
I made a mistake. I'm not that smart, I'm gonna be honest, bro. But as I go, I get smarter and smarter, bro.
Here are times 8 streamers destroyed cancel culture. Starting with when Cenat found himself getting canceled for the dumbest reason imaginable. On January 28th, 2025, after buying a $70,000 robot, Kai would try to see how far he could push it. However, it would go terribly wrong.
Phantom kicked him over.
While fans enjoyed it, the Twitter community called for his cancellation only a few hours later. This is kind of embarrassing for Kai, as it shows the first thing he would do is abuse and bully a robot. It's not about whether the robot has feelings, it's about why these men get excited about harming something when they know there are no consequences. Soon, more and more people would join in calling him a bully, but he would respond only a day later.
I've never seen people ever go this crazy off something so little. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If I go to a commercial where it displays something in the ad that you can try at home, are you not gonna do it? It completely displays that you can punch this. This is one of the special features about the robot, that it has a defense mechanism to where it can catch its balance. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
But on November 27th, 2024, Kai was in the headlines for something even crazier. It was after magician Max Major tricked him into doing a dangerous stunt.
3, 2, 1.
What the fuck? What the fuck? This is not bad. I might get banned.
Exactly what Kai feared here is what Max had planned to happen. He wanted Kai to be permanently banned and canceled.
Well, all along, I planned to influence you to make the wrong choice, and I knew you'd pick the red hand. It was all according to my plan. Because I decide who wins or loses.
However, what he had planned to be Kai's downfall backfired on him, and instead he lost every last bit of relevance he still had. Bro felt so cool making this video, now he is going to have the hardest fall off of the century. For his next magic trick, he's going to make his internet career disappear. In the end, Kai's wholesome character and thinking fanbase kept him from Cancel Pro, much like Duke Dennis, who found support from his fans after the Twitter mobs tried to cancel him, saying he was a PDF file. In mid-February 2020, screenshots of a girl saying Duke had ruined her life by getting her pregnant back in 2014, when she was far younger than him, started circulating on Twitter. This was followed by mugshots showing that he had been charged with SA, causing many people to turn on him. What the F? I know it's alleged, but I'm still inclined to think it is true, but once proved, lock him up. However, Duke would address the situation, saying that he had been framed by people in his past.
For all y'all that's spreading the news, I'm gonna tell you how I ended up in this situation. Somebody killed my cousin, bro. And the dude who killed my cousin went to jail. His sister and his mama went to the police and said that I did something that I didn't do.
But unfortunately for Duke, this explanation wasn't enough, as he would come close to cancellation again in mid-July 2024, when the same screenshots started going viral again. However, this time around, Duke would just ignore the drama altogether.
I don't give shit like that attention though. It's cause after the whole thing over with, and after it's all said and done, none of them gonna say sorry for slandering and shit. Just like the last time, and the apology is never gonna be as loud as the disrespect was.
He had clearly had enough, and it wasn't long before his fans realized that he was being framed and started demanding that his accusers be reprimanded. People that make false accusations like this need to be put in jail. But another AMP member who found himself wrongly accused is Chris Next Door. In mid-July 2024, news outlet Complex mistakenly identified AMP member Chris Next Door as Kai's cameraman Chris V, who was exposed for inappropriately talking to a girl who wasn't his age. The article read, "A member of the AMP Chris V, aka Chris Next Door, has been accused of exiting a young girl. Screenshots on social media show the cameraman getting increasingly inappropriate with her." Although Kai had already fired his cameraman by the time this article came out, the damage was already done on Chris Next Door's reputation, with people calling him all sorts of ugly names and asking for him to be canceled. However, Chris would respond to these accusations on August 1st, 2024, calling out Complex.
Complex, this means you don't even know me, bro. You calling me the cameraman. I'm not Chris D. I'm Chris Dimbo. What the f is you doing, bro? I never want to see my name in that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I never want to see my name in some.
I would have sued the brakes off them.
I'm gonna put my picture on some shit like that.
I hope he did.
This was followed by Kai, the biggest AMP member cutting ties with Complex.
We have a lot of that we were supposed to do in the future, Complex. There's a lot of that y'all wanted me for. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that tie right there, bro. Just because a dumbass who wrote an article, and him being my man's, bro, I'm not working with you. I ain't doing shit with Complex until further notice. That shit was ridiculous, bro. It just takes 5 seconds of research, Mike.
And with this, Chris Next Door earned everyone's trust. But while Chris Next Door was wrongfully accused, Adin Ross would find himself almost getting canceled after making a controversial tweet. In mid-February 2024, Adin would make a tweet stating that there are only 2 genders. The post quickly went viral, gaining over 50 million views and bringing a lot of backlash. Dear Adin Ross, there is more than 2 genders, you effing dippish. The backlash from the tweet was so bad that Twitch had to permanently ban him. However, in a follow-up video, he would explain that he loves all people equally, and the intention of his message was not to spread hate towards anybody.
This tweet is not targeted towards anybody, you know, as a part of the LGBTQ plus community at all. The point is this, bro. I love everyone. I've spoken to people who are gay and trans in the past 24 hours, and they also agree with me that there's only 2 genders, male and female. When people are being trans, they transfer from a male to a female, or male to a female.
After this response, many people stood by him rejecting any cancellation attempts. But while Adin found himself getting canceled over a tweet, Tylo had to take full responsibility for his sister's behavior. On June 10th, 2024, power actor Michael Rainey Jr. would come on Tylo's stream. However, his sister was just a little bit too excited to see Michael.
Oh, I don't think I saw that introduction.
She wouldn't stop there with her freakiness and started touching Michael inappropriately.
Everybody here has worked the job, has more than $1 million. I've never worked
in front of the kids.
Yeah, I literally have.
Michael was very uncomfortable and soon left the stream. However, everyone was disappointed in how Tylo failed to control his own sister. Your sister should have kept her hands to herself. Now, because of her actions, you and your brand is gonna suffer. I would sue them. That dude came to bless your show. Get your people in line. However, it wasn't only the audience that was angry, but also Michael himself. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed, prompting Tylo to also make a post revealing that he deeply regretted what had happened. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. He would then go on stream to continue with his apology.
Word of my mother, she was completely wrong. That was very disgusting, very unacceptable. As a woman with self-respect and 2 kids, you should never do nothing like that. We was not raised like that. I apologize in person, right after this happened, through text and over the phone. I apologize in every way.
His fans loved his apology and how he took full responsibility for everything. Out of all the apologies posted from celebrities and streamers, I can tell Tylo really meant this. Much like Sketch, who came under fire in mid-July 2024 after a YouTuber by the name of Pocketbook made a full-length video about his past as an OF content creator.
Kylie Cox, known online as Sketch or the Sketch Reel, was previously an LGBTQ+ adult content creator.
The whole internet would immediately turn on him. I'm done watching him and will be watching Dr. Disrespect now. Other content creators like Bruce Drop M Off would join in to make fun of him.
It's in my ass, brother. Slide it in.
However, FaZe Banks would stand by him saying, Sketch was my homie yesterday. He's my homie today. He'll be my homie tomorrow. You guys are effing weirdos. This support from FaZe Banks gave him the confidence to sit in front of the camera and address his past life.
Probably to call it quits if this ever came out.
Because I mean, ultimately, who cares what he decides to do? Like, I don't know why this is a big thing.
Will save me.
That's happening in his bedroom. Y'all ain't gotta do it. The fuck?
Shout out my parents. Like, shout out y'all. Like,
oh, he's crying.
I fucked up, but
how'd you fuck up?
I'm changed. my original plan was there's two things.
Oh,
One,
come
either
on,
be
OnlyFans.
delusional and think it's never gonna come out, or two, what's the plan after? The plan after was not very good. If I was alone and I was at my house, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. But
I've never seen this video.
people at FaZe, banks, especially, and my friends that I've made over the past couple years came and they saved me. I don't know what I was gonna do.
On seeing this video, his friend Jinxie, another popular streamer, couldn't help himself but break down in tears.
To be honest, bro, absolutely nobody is perfect. Like, no one is, bro. Everybody goes through shit, everybody has shit, and to me, bro, a friend is a friend no matter what. And it honestly doesn't matter if Sketch is, I don't even care, bro.
I think this is very bizarre because I get OnlyFans is taboo, but let's say he was on OnlyFans with a girl, it wouldn't get this response, especially from like him as well. Like crying, why are we crying? Because he decided to do porn. That was his decision back then. But I don't understand the tears. Some people are gay and that's fine. Like who cares? I know you ain't crying just because it was OnlyFans. So this is a bit bizarre, but whatever.
Sketch is gay, straight, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, and none of that matters, bro. A friend is a friend, and to every single person who switched up on Sketch or whatever the fuck.
Maybe that's why he's crying, because he's like, oh, everybody's turned against him, so maybe that's why.
Like start hating Sketch.
But I would be like, y'all homophobic. The fuck? Why y'all worried about what the hell he doing?
At the end of the day, bro, he never hurt anybody with what he did, and
exactly.
It sucks knowing that like Sketch is probably having the worst day of his life right now.
But while Sketch's friends stood up for him when he needed them the most,
he good.
iShowSpeed only avoided a cancellation after making an apology. In mid-November 2022, iShowSpeed would announce to his viewers that Ronaldo would be coming on his stream. However, his audience would quickly realize that it was a fake Ronaldo promoting a crypto scam, and they started spamming L's in the chat.
Sold out. They're using you, Speed. This is just sad.
That is crazy, bro. Like, them comments like that, bro, is making me like, that's crazy, bro. The fact that I ever make me, like, the fact that y'all just thinking me like that is just crazy.
The chat wouldn't stop calling out Speed, and so he would resort to muting the mic to figure out a way to mitigate the situation. However, he made a crucial mistake of not fully muting the mic. Even after he got the stream back on, it was easy to sense that Speed might be hiding something.
Alright, so look, it's cool now. Relax. No, relax. I'll listen to the chat. I know. I'm just trying to make no. You know what I'm doing.
The fact that iShowSpeed's audience of all people called this a scam actually gives me a little hope in humanity. However, it turned out that Speed didn't fully know what he was getting himself into and acknowledged that he had made a huge mistake which he deeply regretted.
Answering, bro. I made a mistake. I'm not that smart, I'm gonna be honest, bro. But as I go, I get smarter and smarter, bro. I love y'all, bro. And I would never in my life scam y'all, bro. I hate the fact people think that, dog. That's not me, bro. I'm still
because it was a scam. So yeah, if anything, just say, hey, I didn't know it was a scam. My bad. I'm dumb. Sorry. That will never happen again. Learning lesson. It's like, how could y'all think that of me? How could y'all think that I would scam y'all? Because you were scamming them. You didn't know you were scamming them, but you were scamming them. Anyway, definitely reacted to most of these situations, but did get some details that I didn't know before. But yeah, interesting. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!